It's Hot Topics time, and we have so much to talk about, so let's just jump right in. New Day Hot Topics is brought to you by Silver Reef Casino. Today's panel is Captain Seahawk himself, along with travel and culture content creator Ben Keenan and producer Alexis. Thank you all for being here this morning.
Thank you.
Yes. We're going to get to what's in front of us in a second, but we have to talk about what everyone is talking about these past few days. Artemis 2 and its 4 astronauts are back on Earth after a record-breaking flyby of the moon. They traveled deeper into space than anyone has ever before. The capsule used the moon's gravity to help slingshot it back home, splashing down off the coast of California. And check this out. This video has more than 1 million likes on Instagram. There it is. It's showing astronaut Christina Cook's dog reacting to her returning home after her 10-day mission. She posted them at the beach. So I must know, y'all, sitting here, what is the first thing that you would do when you are back on Earth? Ben, let's start with you.
The first thing I'm doing at all is going and taking a nap in my own bed. I can't imagine that they're actually resting well in no gravity.
It must feel so good
exactly.
to heavy on the bed.
It's like a weighted blanket, but of Earth.
What do you think, Captain Seahawk?
I have to go see my dogs. I got 2 toy poodles, Marshawn as in Marshawn Lynch, and Ben Hawk, so I'd go see them. And every time I see a dog jumping on somebody, I really relate to it, because I'd be gone for a couple weeks flying around the world, and the dogs would just jump 3 feet in the air and welcome me home. So it really warms my heart to see dogs recognizing their owners.
Oh,
that's
always so sweet.
I know.
Alexis, what about you?
I kind of felt Christina with going to the beach and being somewhere that's so earth and just being in the water and feeling the air. I just think that it must feel so different from being
in space,
seeing it from above, and you're there.
This too is what I would eat coming back to Earth. Mexican food, burritos,
so good.
Pizza is also something that I'm obsessed with. Do you all have any food that you would miss if you were in space and so excited to come?
Yes, In-N-Out. That would be my first meal, because I'm from California. So
yeah, but I was going with Mexican food too.
Yay!
I mean, I think it's there's something special about all the flavors in one.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I like spoiling myself, so I got my own captain's table at Metropolitan Grill. That's right in the center. It's table 25. So I'd just love to get the big steak there back and enjoy the great service there.
That sounds fantastic.
That is. It's a little more than my burrito here, but that's fine. This trip opened up a new era of traveling to the moon. Captain Seahawk, as a pilot, you've flown in Earth skies countless times. How does the thought of piloting a mission beyond Earth make you feel?
Funny story. When I was 15, I was born and raised in Canada, and they were looking for astronauts. So I applied at age 15.
Wow.
And I put all my qualifications as a grade 11 student. And they sent me a letter back saying, you need 3 master's degrees. And I said, what's a master's degree? So I went from wanting my desire to be an astronaut to be an airline pilot.
Oh, there we go. And the trip to space, though, wasn't perfect. You probably know about some things that have maybe gone awry up above. But there were several toilet malfunctions. Oh my gosh. Engineers suspect ice may have blocked the wastewater line. This caused them to have to use urine collection bags at times instead. Probably losing your appetite. Sorry about that.
I'm done with
For
that.
those wondering, the toilet was actually buried into the floor with a door and a curtain for privacy.
Thank God.
Fun fact, this is now the furthest a toilet has ever gone from Earth.
I
You're
thought that's
welcome.
the best fact ever. That's fascinating.
Yeah, that's a great fun fact.
Alexis is like, hello.
I mean, what an invention, and what we sent to space. That's cool.
It is cool. You're right. The astronauts are also returning home now to allergy season. A new report from the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America says pollen seasons are getting longer and more intense because of climate change. Reports show moderate tree pollen in our region right now. Is anyone else feeling it?
Yeah, 100% of the time. Well, and I wear contacts, so it's this weird, if a pollen gets stuck behind them, I just want to rip my eyes out and soak them in any sort of saline drip where I'm clean them. It's when people joke about cleaning their brains, and I really want to get in there and scrub the crevices of your brain. I need that this allergy season.
God.
Oh my! I haven't felt it yet, but as I've been getting older and they say that's a thing, my allergies have been just bonkers. What about you two?
Yeah, I have a friend, Kelsey. She works in Oregon as an allergy specialist, and she's working 7 days a week right now with it. But personally, I park my car outside. I got a baby blue car, and I come out, it's yellow, so I know it's
Wow.
Yeah.
this year. So
Oh my
thank God I
gosh.
don't have allergies, but I could just imagine if my car goes from blue to yellow,
Yeah.
it's bad.
There's a
No,
problem.
I'm struggling. Yeah, I've seen the same thing on the cars, and like, you know, like it's you clean it, and 2 seconds later,
Yeah.
it's covered in pollen again.
Yeah.
I heard a crazy story. I won't call out who told me this,
Uh-oh.
but it's her neighbor that she slipped on pollen,
Oh.
and I've never heard of that in my life. Like,
Wow.
like ice, like you
Yeah.
know, like
It's like new
what
fear
in the
unlocked.
world?
I was just
I
gonna say
know.
that. New
I'm like,
fear unlocked.
this must be the worst allergy season ever. Like,
Yeah.
I'm dying.
Yeah, like I broke my leg. How? I slipped on pollen.
I know, you would have to just lie at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Another thing that's not making us feel that great this day is maybe our wallet, because gas prices, the average price for a gallon of regular gas is $5.39. It's not stopping people though from traveling to the desert for Coachella weekend. Coachella weekend 2 is also this coming weekend. A major highlight from the weekend 1 was Justin Bieber. Oh yes, he sang along to several of his old hits like Baby, Baby, and Beauty and the Beat while sitting at a laptop on stage playing the YouTube videos. But it is drawing mixed reviews. So, Alexis, what do you think? I'm a believer. I'm really.
Oh, you are?
I love Justin Bieber.
No, I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I was a believer necessarily, but I know all his hits.
Yeah.
I watched the live stream. I stayed up till 1 in the morning to watch it, and I was like dancing in my living room. I was seriously having the best time, and I loved it. I thought it was such an iconic way to do it because you felt like you were listening along with him,
Yes.
watching the YouTube videos. It was really cute.
It was, and I loved like just what you said, like being in your bed to watch
Yeah,
Coachella.
and
That's
going to sleep.
my kind of Coachella moment. I just feel like I am too old to
Yeah.
go there.
You know, all of us are talking about it, so it did work out. And,
Yeah.
and when I see something like that goes viral, I try to copy it. So right now I'm taking singing lessons. So I might try to do my own video and then sing along with it.
Oh.
So everybody can
that.
talk about it and
Yeah.
go viral again. So
There you go.
It's a great idea.
Like Justin Bieber.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, Ben, you're already making predictions for
Yeah.
2027. What can you tell me?
Well, I've been to a lot of festivals. I've been to 3 Coachellas all weekend too, so I never get to see the guests. But what I have noticed is that the special guests that come out a lot of times are going to be guests the next year, right? It's a lot of the festival teasing who's going to be there, either on the festival circuit or other bands and artists that are coming out. Olivia Rodrigo, she's been touted for a very long time as a headliner. I think we could see Kendrick Lamar again. He's did the Super Bowl. He's been winning all these Grammys, and he did this national tour with SZA. I think we could see SZA.
Yeah.
I also think on the other side, somebody like Hilary Duff, who is selling out
please.
her
That
shows left, right, and center, coming out with music. I see our generation going and saying, I would watch Hilary Duff in the desert.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh, I
totally.
actually think then I would
See,
go
yeah,
to
you're
Coachella.
not
I
too
would
old
get out of my
about
bed
it,
that
yeah.
I'm not too
No.
old if they make it
No.
more millennial
Right,
focused.
right.
The one prediction you had that I thought would bring so many people out is Rihanna.
Yeah, she would absolutely. And I think
Would be so
that
iconic.
happened with Beyonce too, where she wasn't going to do Coachella until she did. And everyone's like, Rihanna's done with music until she's not.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's a nice tease. Captain Seahawk, before we leave too, is there one person you would want to see at Coachella?
Red Hot Chili Peppers. I've never
Oh, they're
seen
so
them
good.
live. I'm trying to learn Under the Bridge.
Yeah.
And that'd be great to see. But I'm open to everything from classical music. I was at the Crocodile Cafe and I went there was this massive lineup, so I got in it. And there was this 25-year-old Asian lady, and she's Asian woman, and her songs were 90 songs, and they're based on classical music. And the crowd is almost all 20-year-old women. And I'm like, wow, this is so cool. How do young women get, hear about 90s dance music to classical music? I was really impressed. So I'm open to everything. I'd love to go down there.
The Steakhouse at Silver Reef is the place for award-winning fine dining located just north of Bellingham. Savor their Northwest-sourced dry-aged USDA prime steaks. Explore a wine and spirits list honored with Wine Spectator's Best of Award of Excellence, and settle into world-class service that turns every visit into a lasting memory. Reservations are recommended at silverreefcasino.com. Let's talk football, everyone. The NFL draft gets underway next week, April 23rd through the 25th in Pittsburgh. The Seahawks will have 4 picks, 32nd overall in the first round. Captain Seahawk, I hear you're going to be at the draft, so how are you feeling?
Oh my God. If you've never been to the draft, so 6 years ago I was watching on TV, it looks really boring. Like the next pick is and stuff, but when you go to there, it's like being in a nightclub for 12 hours straight. There's like music, there's rock music, there's disco, there's jazz, there's comedians. It's just like, oh my God, it's just so much. So it's my highlights. It's my Christmas, it's my birthday party, all at once. So I get there. And the very first year I went, I was selected as the best fan at the draft, so I got an all-expense-paid trip to the Super Bowl.
Very cool.
But it was the wrong two. Seahawks weren't playing, so that kind of sucks. But I go all out. On the back of my jacket here says Draft 26, so I do a whole new wardrobe, and I bring about 4 or 5 suitcases because I'll change about 3 times throughout the day.
Wow.
Because
A lot of outfit changes.
Yeah.
TV cameras do not like the same thing over and over. So you put a different headdress on, a different jacket, a different, go black, go white, and then they'll start focusing on it. It'll be grabbing you. So it's a lot of fun. To me, it's my Super Bowl.
And you have a new look this year. I'm seeing some rhinestones. What can you tell me about this and the 2029 date?
Yeah. So I had one before, but this is Gem Heads by Zoe. I seen a young lady at the game, and she had one more shiny. Mine wasn't as shiny as this, so I asked her to make one for the Super Bowl. It was on national TV. 140 million people seen it. And then, so for the draft, I had this one. Now this one here says 2029 on it, and the reason being is Seattle is trying, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to talk about it, but it doesn't matter. We're trying to get the draft here. We've been trying to, not me.
Oh, wow.
The Seattle Sports Commission has been doing their very best submitting proposals to have it, and the draft is so amazing. There's 250,000 people that show up. So there'll be 250,000 people in here in downtown Seattle, like supporting all the businesses.
Wow.
And so it's a really big deal. So I see Roger Goodell almost at every event, and at the Super Bowl, Roger Goodell came out of the tunnel, and he seen me. He said, "Captain Seahawk." He came over and said hi and took a picture. I see him all the time, so we know each other. I'm trying to say, Roger, if you bring the Seahawks, the draft to Seattle, I'm going to donate this headdress to the charity of your choice, and I'll fundraise for it. So that's kind of a little incentive thing.
And how did you become Captain Seahawk?
Oh my God! So when I first started,
You're like, how much time do you have?
yeah, I've been able to shrink it down a lot.
Okay.
But in 1985, I was a flight engineer for United Airlines, sitting in the back, and the captain turned around and says, "Hey, do you want really good seats for a Seahawk game?" I'm like, "What's a Seahawk?" And it was at the Kingdom in 1985, and I go there like, oh my God, this is like gladiators, just young men in the best shape of their life. And I've been going to games for about 42 years, but then something happened. After we won the Super Bowl, a professor at Burke Museum said, "Hey, where did the design come from?" And so the rumor was a local Salish artist did it, but it wasn't. It came from my Native American tribe. I'm like, oh my God. So I started asking around, hey, do you know where the logo come from? Nobody knew. So then I called the general manager of the Seahawks. His name was John Thompson. And this is an actual picture right here of the headdress. And I sent it to John, and he autographed it and dated it and said, "This is the picture where I got the Seahawks logo." So from that day forward, it was on. It was
That's awesome.
My message to tell the entire world that the Seahawk logo came from my Native American tribe on Vancouver Island. And I actually joined the Hamatsa, the Warrior Society. And when I did that dance, I kind of pledged to help everybody and everything. And since then, my charity work is just blowing up, and I'm just going
And that's
nonstop.
what we want to talk about, too. You have several events coming up with the new season. What do people need to know about what's coming up?
Just follow me. People who follow me says, "What? Do you ever sleep?" Why do you keep going?
You're doing a lot.
You're everywhere.
So every 2 days, maybe every day, I'm invited to an event. So 2 days ago, there was a fundraiser for We Heart Seattle. Are you guys familiar with it?
Yeah.
So we clean up this area around here. We pick up the garbage around here, and we were able to get Hawk Alley cleaned out so people can come out and tailgate again. That was so much fun. And we're going to do that on the very first preseason game. We're going to clean out Hawk Alley. So bring your campers down, bring your tents, not tents, but bring everything, your kids. It's safe, it's clean. So we did We Heart Seattle in 2 days. I'm going for a charity luncheon for Kenny Easley, is a Hall of Famer Seahawk.
Yeah.
His foundation is having a benefit at the top of Columbia Tower Club. It's a bruncheon and a fundraiser. So it's like every 2 days I'm going to a fundraiser, and I'm kind of like
You're doing everything. You're all over.
They take the pictures because I have 4 closets full of clothes, and I just go in and try different stuff. I never wear the same thing over and over.
And Ben, I want to get to you. You are also using your platform for good. We had a conversation a couple days ago of how you're actually taking your mom to Mexico.
Yes.
Have you traveled with her before? Because I love traveling with my parents, but it can be tough
I've
sometimes.
done it once. So I did my master's over in London. So I was living there. My parents and my sister came over to visit, and we did a little like British and Ireland tour of all of the stuff that they wanted to do within 2 weeks. And so I traveled a little bit there, and my dad and my sister would want to go like lay down. My mom and I would go like wander around, and so we had a blast. We are the people who can get up and have coffee. The other two don't drink coffee. So it's like, okay, we can actually get on the same like wavelength pretty easily. It'll be fun. It's a really easy going. It's at a resort, so it'll be a very like easy, low key, sunshine. She just retired, so it's like a very early like retirement Mother's Day gift that we're gonna do it.
That is so much fun.
Yeah.
I always feel like no matter what, you never regret going on a trip with your parents and having that experience. I'm one of 4 kids, and I never really always had that one-on-one experience. And last year, my parents and I went to Switzerland. We went to Lake Como, and I was like, okay, this is really romantic. Why am I in Lake Como with my parents? But I think back to that trip and just with like the most fond memories.
Right.
And so I'm actually going to Paris for my birthday in July
with
my
parents.
parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the stage of life, I guess, that
I
I'm
love
in.
that.
But we're like go, go, go. We
Yeah.
love like waking up, doing things. We're not going to be like sitting there, enjoying. We want to get out and immerse ourselves. So we travel very similarly.
At least you guys know you travel
exactly.
really similar
Yeah.
to your
Yeah.
parents. I'm the same way
What
too.
about you?
So I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to Paris with my mom and
funny.
sister, and it was just like it's my mom's dream trip. So we're like, drop everything. This
Yeah.
is it. Like we have to. It's so special. And we'll see. I haven't traveled with us 3 in a long time, so I don't know. I kind of like to chill a little bit, but I also get the go, go, go. Like you're only there for so long, and we've never been to Paris.
I
Right,
know.
so you got to see all the
You have to
sites.
see
You have to like go in, and I explained this to my parents a lot when we were traveling. Is even though we want to kind of take it as the flow goes, sometimes you do have to book a ticket, and you have to know what time you have to be there. So you have to plan ahead of time, even though we want to be loosey goosey with our plans.
Yeah.
And the trains and all of that.
Oh,
the
my
parents
gosh,
should be so thankful for us because we're always on our phones
Exactly.
and we've got
We can
it.
map it.
Thank you all for being here. You all were so much fun. And thank you for spending time with us today. For more New Day fun, subscribe on YouTube and be sure to download King 5 Plus for free. Don't forget to enjoy your New Day, and we'll see you next time. And go Hawks!
Go Hawks.
New Day Northwest is sponsored by Silver Reef Casino, your Northwest Washington destination just off I-5 at exit 260.